This was the engine of the economy and the source of whatever wealth existed. The pearl banks of the Gulf were renowned for producing the finest pearls in the world. The diving season, known as Gaz al-Kabir, the Great Dive, lasted from May to September. Men, including young boys, would embark on dhows and spend months at sea, diving to depths of over 100 feet on a single breath to harvest oysters. It was an incredibly dangerous and grueling profession, with divers facing risks of drowning, shark attacks, and debilitating health conditions. The pearls were then sold to international traders who exported them to markets in India, Europe, and beyond. Dubai Creek was lined with boat sheds and the homes of nakodas, ship captains. Fishing. The waters of the Gulf were teeming with fish, which provided the primary source of protein for the local diet. Fishing was a daily activity, and the catch was sold fresh or dried, a process known as making malay, for preservation and trade. Trade and boat building. Dubai's geographical location was its greatest natural asset. The creek naturally divided the settlement into two districts, Dera on the northeastern side and Bur Dubai on the southwestern side. It was a perfect natural harbor. The inhabitants became skilled dhow builders, crafting these wooden vessels that were the lifeblood of regional trade. Dubai began to establish itself as a port of call for traders moving goods between Mesopotamia, Persia, India, and East Africa. The goods traded included dates, spices, textiles, gold, and pearls. This was the humble but strategically important beginning of Dubai. It was a small, tribally organized settlement, its fortunes inextricably tied to the pearl beds of the Gulf and its reputation as a safe harbor. Part 2. The foundation of the trading port, 1833 to 1893. Establishing independence and authority. Sheikh Maktoum bin Beauty's first task upon settling in Dubai was to establish his authority and ensure the security and viability of the new settlement. He quickly reached agreements with the surrounding tribes, both sedentary and nomadic Bedouin, to secure trade routes into the interior and ensure peaceful coexistence. His leadership was characterized by a pragmatic and open approach. The most decisive policy enacted by the early Al Maktoum rulers was the declaration of Dubai as a free port. In an era where local sheikdoms often levied taxes and tariffs on goods and merchants, Dubai offered exemption from these burdens. This policy of economic liberalism was revolutionary and laid the cornerstone for Dubai's future identity. Sheikh Maktoum bin Beauty and his successors actively encouraged merchants from neighboring emirates like Sharjah and Linga in Persia to relocate to Dubai, offering them protection and the promise of untaxed trade. The Persian merchant exodus, a major boost. A pivotal event that turbocharged Dubai's growth occurred in the late 19th century. In 1894, under the rule of Sheikh Maktoum bin Hashir al Maktoum, a crisis presented a monumental opportunity. The ruling Qajar dynasty in Persia imposed heavy taxes and restrictions on its port cities, particularly on the southern coast at Linga, which was a major trading hub. Sheikh Maktoum bin Hashir seized the moment. He not only reaffirmed Dubai's status as a tax-free haven but also actively invited and facilitated the migration of the wealthy Persian merchant families, many of whom were of Arab origin, across the Gulf to Dubai. He granted them guarantees of safety and property rights. This mass migration of capital, commercial expertise, and business connections was a transformative injection into Dubai's economy. These merchants, who would become known as the Huwala, meaning those who change or move. Furthermore, the long-standing rivalry with Sharjah worked to Dubai's advantage. In 1954, when the British moved their political agency from Sharjah